Turning now to the U.S. labor market and economy. We've got a few fresh numbers for you. The Labor Department reports about 243,000 people applied for initial jobless benefits in the week ending August 20th. That's a decrease of about 2,000 from the week before. This as the Department of Commerce released updated gross domestic product figures, and you see it there. For the second quarter of 2022, the economy in the U.S. shrank at an annual rate of 0.6%. In the first quarter, the real GDP decreased at 1.6%. Here for more analysis on this is Rick Newman. He's a senior columnist for Yahoo Finance and author of Rebounders, How Winners Pivot from Setback to Success. A wave back to you. Thanks for joining us. So give us your top line here. What do these updated GDP numbers signal to you now about a potential recession? I know that they were better than expected, but still we're in the negative here.
We're not in a recession. We can stop wringing our hands about that. So that GDP number you referred to, that was for the second quarter, so that's in the past. And what it tells us is that economic growth still shrank a little bit in the second quarter, but it wasn't as bad as we thought it was going to be. But we're not in that quarter anymore. And we know that job growth remains terrific. The U.S. economy created 528,000 jobs in July. That is 3 times the number of jobs you might have, new jobs you might have in a healthy economy. And the unemployment claims you just mentioned, too, that number is fine. That does not signal any looming problem with layoffs or anything like that. So in the current quarter we're in, we have modest economic growth so far. The labor market remains strong, and things are okay. And by the way, I would point out, we've been talking a little bit less about those high gas prices lately. They're now down below $4 per gallon on a nationwide average. The last time I looked, $3.88. So drivers are getting a bit of relief there.
I find it you're so clear, because I'm looking through the headlines and they range from we should be mildly concerned to recession flashing warning signs, like such a range. And you are just very sort of clear about where you are on the numbers. But I want to ask you about the jobless claims. It's good. The numbers are pretty good, but we're in this weird sort of job time, aren't we, where there are a number of vacancies, but also a lot of people who are not looking for a job anymore. I don't know exactly how to read these job numbers, how to interpret them.
I mean, the number today, 243,000, I think it was, new people filing for unemployment insurance. That sounds like a big number, but keep in mind, the U.S. economy is huge. And I think what we can see from the hiring numbers is that there are just a lot of companies that still do not have enough workers. They have not had enough workers for months. You could even say for a year or two since we started to come out of this pandemic downturn. And they're basically catching up. And the one industry that I think reflects what's going on is the airline industry. So prices are up for airfare, and yet people continue to pay it. People want to travel. And one of the big reasons we keep hearing about these cancellations is that airlines do not have enough workers. And every time 1 or 2 people get sick, whether it's COVID or something else, they have to cancel all these flights. They need more workers. And a lot of industries are in the same position. They just have a lot of holes in the workforce, and they have to catch up. So you do hear anecdotal stories about some company laying off some workers. Ford, for example, just said, I think it's laying off, it has to get rid of something like 3,000 salary jobs. But that's not going on everywhere. So when you hear those anecdotal reports, that doesn't mean layoffs are coming to a company near you.
Yeah, and airlines, despite showing CBS News how aggressively they were trying to hire earlier this year, still say we need more staffers. They have that labor shortage. I want to ask you about those searching for new homes, because in about an hour from now or less than that, the Federal Home Loan Mortgage Corporation, Freddie Mac, will release its primary mortgage market survey. What are you expecting to see out of this, and how might it translate to those looking for a house and seeing rates so high right now?
Yeah, the housing market is in a state of turbulence, I think it's fair to say, and there's a big transition going on. So this has everything to do with interest rates and mortgage rates, which were at record lows as recently as, let's say, 4 months ago. And of course, interest rates and mortgage rates are now going up because of what the Federal Reserve is trying to do to get inflation under control. So when interest rates were really low, there was unprecedented demand for homes. And when you have a surge in demand, prices go up. Now, we still have home prices that are very elevated, but with interest rates going up, that means fewer people are going to be looking to buy a home because it's basically more expensive. And eventually that's going to bring prices down. But the housing market changes slowly. So this is not like gas prices where they can go up and down by $1 per gallon within the course of a couple of months. This is going to take some time to work out. And as interest rates go up, those home values are going to come down. So within a few months, that could be good news for borrowers. But in the meanwhile, it's probably still a tough time to get into the housing market if you're a buyer.
Yeah, part of the problem is that there's a major inventory
Continues to be, yeah.
And the pandemic made it worse, but it's decades old. Rick Newman, it's always great talking to you. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Rick.
Thanks, guys. See ya.